Hello, beautiful people. Thank you once again for stopping by. My name is Cynthia, and today we're going to be making this beautiful backless dress. So, the model you're seeing right there in front of your screen is my younger sister, and initially, this gown was meant for me. She was going back to Abuja. She lives in Abuja. She was going back to Abuja on this day, and she came to my house, left my parents' house, and came to my house to charge her phone because there was no light. She saw the gown, she loved it. There was just very little adjustment I had to do in order for her to take the gown back, and that was putting extra length at the back. So my sister is a little bit bigger than me. She has a little bit more butt than I do. Whenever she wears a gown, especially short gowns, it always jumps up at the back, which makes it more exposed. So I wanted a little bit more coverage there, which is what I did for this gown. I had already cut the gown by the time she came over and saw me wearing it. So I just had to add a little bit more coverage in order for her to take it. So that's what I'm going to be showing you today. She absolutely loved the gown. Now, if you look at the gown, there is a little bit of like a V shape going on at the front and at the back. That was very intentional. I'm going to teach you how to do all that. So stick. Okay, so we are going to start by folding our fabric into a triangular form. On this day, obviously, if you're in Lagos, you know that rain has been falling like a lot. So the wind was quite strong, so my clothes was just blowing in the wind, but you will see a lot of that anyway. So excuse me for that. So we're going to take your fabric. You're going to take your fabric and you're going to fold it the right sides together into a triangle form shape like this. Now, if you want this longer than what I have or what you saw at the beginning, please make sure you fold it longer. So I'm just taking the full length measurement of the apex, the tip of the triangle, all the way down. Whatever you want, the decision is yours. Whatever length you want, the decision is yours. So from the tip of mine to the full length, mine was about 42. I think 42, yeah. And basically I'm going up there and I'm going to take my shoulder measurement. My shoulder measurement is 14 divided by 2, which is 9. So I'm adding 2 extra inches. You can add 3, you can add 4, you can leave it at your shoulder measurement. So when I take my shoulder measurement there, I look for the 9, the place where the 9 inches will fit perfectly, and I mark it. Now I go back to the tip of the triangle and put my tape rule where I marked the 9, and I got 11. So that 11, I'm going to go round. Now, a lot of people would usually just mark the 9 inches and roll a straight line. You can do that and it's going to give you a good result as well, but I prefer having the neck parts and the waist, where the waist will be, where the elastic will be at the back, the waist. I like mine to be kind of curvy because it gives it like a nice shape. So you just go ahead from the apex, from the tip of your triangle, and measure 11 down. If yours is 11, measure 11 down all the way around. If yours is 9, measure all the way around 9. If yours is 12, measure 12 round. Now from that measurement from that curve you just took the measurement of, you're going to go 1.5. This is for the casing of the rope, the altered neck rope that you're going to be tying at the neck, right? So you just go 1.5 is fine. And you're going to just draw your line. So when you do that, you're going to go back and now make the curve, make it more visible. So the chalk I'm using right now is a pink chalk, so you might not see because there are a little bit of pink flowers on the gown. So yeah, I'm going back, taking my from the casing line. Now that we measured, I'm going to take my measurement from there, from going forward. So now the center fold of the gown, as you can see, the triangle side, the center fold, I'm going down and I'm taking 34 inches. You guys, I'm taking 34 inches. Now you can take 36 inches depending on how tall. I'm 5'7". So I took 34 inches. Now by the sides where it will be connected, I took 31 inches. Now this is the illusion I was talking about in the beginning. I wanted the front part to come down like a V, while the sides go up a little bit. So if you want it to all be the same length, you can take 34 on both sides, but I didn't want that. So I took 31 on the sides, and the center front I took 34, and I'm just going ahead and I'm using my free hands to curve it out. That way it gives me exactly what I want. I hope this is very clear, and I'm pretty sure I'm explaining it very well. So now I'm going back to the main line. Now the main line, I drew my curve, right? The first line, and I'm going to go ahead and cut that out. Don't cut it on the second line. Don't cut it on the casing line. Cut it on the original line, right? Then I'm going back to the bottom parts, and I'm going to go ahead and cut my fabric at the sides I've drawn out, right? So basically this is just it for the front. Like, it's very easy, very very easy gown. In less than an hour you should be done. So I'm going ahead to go fold this now, because I want to measure the back, the nape, your neck, the nape to your back, the small part of your back, or the part where it kind of like your spine is bent. Measure that. Mine is 15 inches, and I took 15 inches there from the curved parts of the neck down to the 15 inches. You notch it. We'll come back to that later. Just take that. Now we're going to go we're going to make the back. We're going to cut out the back rather. So this is quite easy. Just the same thing you did for the front. Make your triangle shape with your fabric. Now I would advise you, mine was a little bit short. As I said initially, it was quite short, and it was, since I decided to use it for my sister, it was too short for that. I'd advise you to make the back longer. Make the back longer, people. Please don't make the mistake I did. It wasn't really a mistake, because there was not really much it wasn't really much visible. The mistake wasn't visible at all, actually, not even much, because I just joined it, and since the fabric is quite patterned, it was very easy to blend it in. Just iron it down, and you wouldn't even see it, except you quite literally use a stethoscope or whatever to look at it. Anyway, I'm going back there now. I put my front fabric on top of the back, and I'm going to mark the 15 inches on the back. The 15 inches I notched from the front, right? I'm going to mark the notched part on the back fabric. Sorry about that, my the breeze is too much. So again, take the front fabric, place it on the back fabric that you've just folded, and mark that 15 inches. Mark it on the front fabric. So this is me marking it very well now, or rather this is me taking the measurements where I marked on the back fabric. Now the notched part, right? I'll go and measure, put my tape rule on top of that place, and now go round, just like we did for the neck, right? It's very easy. It's really very easy. So I'm just going to go round. This is me just taking the measurement round. This is going to be for the back measurement. Now this is going to be gathered, so it's going to look very beautiful by the time it's done. So after doing that, I'm just going to go ahead and curve my line, draw the dashed line out to make it one. And then I'll go up by 1.5. This is also for the casing for the elastic. Rope is not going to be here, obviously. It's going to be an elastic band that is going to be placed here. So we are just going to go ahead and roll that all out. So we are going to be cutting from this line that we are drawing right now. We're going to be cutting from this line. So it's very easy. It's quite very easy. And remember, guys, if your fabric is not enough, like maybe the triangle fabric is not enough, like mine was, I could have used the other side to make the triangle, so it have more coverage. But again, this was supposed to be for me, and even for me it would have been short, but it would have still been fine anyway. But for my sister, it was way too short. I had to add more coverage. So I'm going ahead to cut out the back part now, and Then I'm going to go ahead to take my tape rule and measure the other side. I'm sorry you can't see that side. So I'm measuring this side now, and I'm just going to go ahead and use, I think I used about 16, okay, 18. I used 18 here. And at the other side, it was like 15 inches. So my advice for you, if your fabric is too small and you can't use it again, no problem, no problem, just cut what you can use out. And when you're through, get your pieces fabric, cut a straight fabric, like maybe take 3 inches or 4 inches of extra fabric that you have left, and just cut like a straight long piece and just attach it. It's going to be fine. That's exactly what I did here. Now again, just like the front, I made sure that the back, the center front for the back, the center back rather, was a lot longer, like was 3 to 4 inches longer than the front. That way it gives the illusion of a V. So this is basically it for the cutting of the fabric. Now I'm just going to go ahead to cut the rope for the altar neck, the rope that you tie on your neck, right? For the casing of the front. I don't know how to explain that. The alternate rope is very easy. So I'm just going to go ahead. I use 2 inches for this, for the length. For the width, I use about 25 inches. And that was basically it. This particular piece you're cutting, you're going to obviously fold it front sides together and sew on top of it. So on the back side, then you use your safety pin to turn it inside to bring it out. I'm sure you guys know how to make a rope with your fabric by now. It's not that hard at all. It's very easy. So again, I used about 25 inches here. Now this is the tricky part, or this is the tricky part. I used 9 inches for my sister. My sister's waist is about 31. Mine is 28. So 28 divided by 3 is usually your waist divided by 3 that is advisable. But for me, even at that, because at this point when I was making this, I was making it for myself. My waist, I used 9 inches, and when I wore it initially, I felt like, you know what, I could have made the elastic a little bit smaller. I could have gone 7 inches or 7.5, but it's fine. It was fine for my sister anyway. So this is me just sewing up the casing for the neck, where the outer neck rope is going to go into. Now this is me sewing the casing for the waist, where the elastic band is going to go into. So basically, honestly, we are almost done. Now I would advise again that you should sew all the sides. Remember, it's a backless dress, so the front of the fabric, right, the sides of it, it's going to be exposed. And if you start joining everything together, it's going to kind of be a little bit awkward. It's not like it's impossible for you to fold the turn it in, right, turn the sides, but it's just going to be a little bit awkward. So I would advise you, at this point, it's best for you to start turning all the sides. Anyway, this is just me cutting out all the excess threads, and basically we are going to sew the rope for the altar neck, right? Just like I said, the front sides facing each other, sew on top the back side, and just sew a straight line down until you get to the end. Then take your safety pin and you turn it to the right side. Yeah. So again, I'm very, very sorry. I know I mentioned in my last video that this probably was going to be my last yellow. I really love yellow, and I'm very sad that yellow is not my color according to the color analysis I did. Apparently, yellow is not my color, and I already had like a bunch of yellow fabrics. So this is probably maybe not the last. Okay, I have a little bit of this fabric left. I'm going to use it to make it just a cute top. I don't know if I'm going to record that, but this is probably not the last yellow. My last 4 videos have all been yellow fabrics, and I'm sorry. I really am sorry. I'm starting like a new kind of like a challenge thing, where I use the color analysis that was all the color analysis. I have a lot of blues. I'm going to buy fabrics in those colors and make different things to see if they really match my skin, if they really pop better than all the yellows. Anyway, we're going to put the we're putting the rope now in the altar neck, the casing where we the hole for the rope anyway. So basically it's just very easy from here. So we are literally almost done. Like the cutting was basically it. So this is me putting the elastic now in the waist part. Now the waist is such, like, there's a lot of gathers here. You can as well, this is an optional thing. If you don't want your gathers to be that much, you can as well reduce it. It's up to you. Like everything is really optional here. You can play with your patterns, you can play with your freehand sewing. So this is just me gathering it. I love the gathers. I love how full it was. Like it brought out the beauty of it. The long one I did, it wasn't as full, so I enjoyed doing this because I knew I would like it more. But you can check out the long video, it wasn't as long. You can check my shirts. I think my sister, again, I mentioned in the video for the long one that this is literally my sister's things. Like she enjoys wearing this type of clothes, so I knew she was going to take it when she came, and the minute she came, she saw it, she took it. And that was one of the clothes she wore like the day after her birthday. Anyway, that has me being done with putting the elastic at the waist part, and I'm just closing it up so the elastic doesn't, sink back in and just ruin all the little work we just all the 5 minutes of work we just did. Yeah. So after doing that, we're now going to join the sides together. Now remember very clearly that we notch the sides of the front to take the nape to the waist measurement. So that's where you're going to put the back now and sew down. Just like I mentioned earlier, see the sides up on the front side part, right? You're going to close them up. You're going to turn the sides before you start doing all this. I didn't turn it up initially. I had to turn it up after we've sewed the sides down, but turn it up anyway. So that's basically it. We're really just done with the patterns. You also go as this is me turning the sides now when I should have done that before joining the back and front together. You should also, I went out of camera, like off camera, I turned the hems, or I hemmed everything, and it turned out beautifully. I didn't also show you where I added extra pieces. I probably should have, but again, my sister's flight was 4 by 4, and this is like already 12, and she wanted to still go to my parents' house, so we didn't have a lot of time. Basically, yes, that's it. Now this is how wearing it. She stole some of my things, like the headband on her head. I think she took my earrings, but I'll still call her to find out. The shoe on her leg, mine. Everything, like literally just a thief. And yeah, this is her, my baby girl. She's very outgoing. She likes to do all this nonsense. So she's the best model I have right now. And she's dancing, showcasing my design. She's my muse. So if you like this, please don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe rather. Give me a thumbs up as well. And I appreciate everything. Thank you very much, and I'll see you next week. Bye bye.